Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This is a ferry ride from Dumaguete, Negros to Tagbilaran city over on Bohol Island. I'm going to talk about the costs, the details, and show you the tourist seats as well as the business class seats, some of the options. It was a rough sea. It was a rough ride going over there. It didn't bother me at all, but it did bother my girlfriend. She was almost seasick. She had a bag almost ready, but fortunately she made it without that issue. This ferry port is very close to the downtown
Morning.
area.
How are you?
Fine. You have your ticket now?
We have tickets, yeah.
I think she was just making sure everybody had a ticket before they got into the terminal because I don't think you can buy. There are ticket stations for the various ferry lines outside of this gate, and even we bought ours the previous day in the mall in Robinson's Mall, I believe, one of the tourist travel agents there, and was 1,000. I think it came out to almost exactly 1,000 pesos, about $20, a little less than $20 each. Then when you get here, every ferry terminal is a little bit different, but here they will assign you seats, and they even have some information if you need a test or something. Now, we did not need tests going anywhere. We were never asked, even though there were signs here saying you needed a vaccine card to get a ticket to travel. That is not the Philippine national uh, regulations. So we were never asked going into hotels, going into ferries, wherever, buses, and for anything, QR codes, vaccine cards, anything. We were allowed to travel freely. And for the most part, uh, we were not required to wear masks. I think I asked many security agents, and they said masks are voluntary, sir. Anyway, they had dog out sniffing for drugs and bombs and all that kind of stuff. Good precaution for sure. I would suggest that if you have a preference where you sit, that you take that up when you're getting your seat assignment. Um, I didn't realize we were getting our seat assignment. We ended up way in the front with no window or anything, and that was fine with my girlfriend. But I prefer to see even with the rough seas, especially with the rough seas. I want to see what's going on.
15,
Ferries come in many different sizes, and they often have not air conditioned seating and or bunks where you can lay down. They have air conditioned seating. Some have business class with more comfortable, wider seats, more spaces, and some even have rooms. What do they call them? Uh, the bigger ferries even have like a cabin you can rent for a number of different people. Price goes up a little bit, of course. The lady at the tourist agency told us that there were no not non-air conditioned spaces; that everything was air conditioned. Therefore, the higher price. I know that a couple other times I've been over to Bohol on a ferry. I think it was 500 pesos, about 10 U.S. dollars to take the ferry, and that's a RORO ferry. They're roll on, roll off, and those trucks are backing onto that ferry. Not sure where they're going. Perhaps over to Bohol also. The ferry we are on does not is not a roll on a RORO ferry, so no room for motorbikes, autos, trucks, or anything else. Just passengers and a little bit of freight. A little bit of freight like suitcases, and if you've got a box, you can ship by these ferry companies. Of course, with so many islands, almost everything travels by freight and not by airplane or by ferry. And you can see the suitcases lined up out here on the back. And if it's raining, like it did when we came back to Cebu, they will take a tarp and cover all that stuff up. There was another charge, I believe, like 10 pesos, 20 pesos a piece uh, for a terminal fee that we had to pay. So we had to stop in there and stop and buy that terminal fee ticket. They've got a lot of these things have some kind of television going, a little bit of noise going on. If you're That's the stairs going up to the business class. I'll take you up there and show you what it looks like. So passengers, business class passengers only. There again, you'll see the little bit better seating up there, and I'm not sure what the cost was, but a little bit more. I wish I would have went up here. Wouldn't. And then your CR without a seat again, and with the rough seas, that was a little tricky, and used by men and women. I think they had two up top and a couple on the main level, and you can see a little bit how rough the seas were, and we were banging on the waves pretty good, and my girlfriend was just a little bit, well, more than a little bit, more than a little nervous. She's not a water person. She doesn't swim. Hasn't had very much experience in ferries, especially in rough waters. There are times when the Coast Guard will shut down the ferries, and in the past few years they've been doing it more because a couple years ago, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years ago, there was a ferry I think over by Iloilo that capsized. A number of people died in that, and so they have been a little more strict on when they shut the seas down, but this really, in my opinion, wasn't anything to worry about. And time to get off, and then the next trick, one of the most important, is how are you going to get to your destination? Where are you going? Where are you going? How are you gonna? You're gonna take a taxi, a tricycle, a van. Have you reserved a hotel where they have pickup service? We were headed north from Tagbilaran City here. We were going to go out to the bus station on the outskirts of town, catch a bus up to the north end of Bohol, and anyway, we were approached, and you'll see here, you're going to get approached by a lot of people offering transportation services, and we could have hired a van for just the two of us, and you'll hear them come up with the cost. They've got what looks like an official price sheet. It sounded a little expensive to me, but on the other hand, quite possible that van was going to take two of us up and turn around and come back empty. Hope to get another load, or maybe they'd hang around up there and hope to take a van full of people back this direction at maybe 100, 120 apiece, something like that. Going to Bohol was not part of our original plan. We went from Cebu City to Dumaguete. My girlfriend had an appointment at DFA, Department of Foreign Affairs, to apply for her passport, and turned out her birth certificate wasn't clear. Her first name is spelled differently. So she was born in Ubay, Bohol, so we decided to go over there and try to get that straightened out. And that's a continuing story. It's going to take a month or two to get that straightened out. So here already there are a number of people seeking us as customers. Help desk. Ask them. Hello. We want to go to Ubay, way on the north. We have to go to the bus station.
Oh, you have a tricycle there.
Okay.
Outside.
But we want to go to the bus depot, right?
Tricycle. You.
But we not tricycle all the way to Ubay.
No. Tricycle from here to the bus terminal, then.
Yeah, that's on the outside of town, right?
Yeah.
Out by the market.
Yes, good afternoon, Alona Beach, ma'am. Hi, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Alona Beach, sir. Where are you going, sir? Going to
Ubay.
Huh?
Going to Ubay.
Going to Ubay? How many person?
Only two.
Where is
Huh?
that one?
Yeah.
We're in Ubay, sir.
Huh?
We're in Ubay.
Hotel in Ubay.
Hotel in Ubay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is right.
Arlene.
This is right. Going to Ubay, ma'am. Which hotel in Ubay, ma'am?
Lodge.
Huh, sir?
It doesn't matter
Lodge.
what hotel we're going to.
Yeah,
We're going to Ubay.
do you have address? They're in Ubay.
No.
Poblacion Ubay.
Poblacion.
Yes. This is right. Going to Ubay, ma'am. From here to Ubay, I will give you 4,000 lang.
No, no, no,
That's
no, no.
pricey.
No,
Yeah,
no,
from
no.
here to Ubay, ma'am, it's very far, ma'am.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
know,
yeah, we know.
but you pay half, I pay half. How? You
Sorry?
pay you pay half, I pay half, and you ride with us. Okay, that's too much.
If
I'm
you
not.
need- if you
We're
need-
not going to spend that much
If you
money.
need mas very cheaper, ma'am, I'll go to Dao Terminal.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
That's what the word is.
for 4,000 pesos.
For two people.
Yeah.
Taxi. Very.
We're just going to going to the bus terminal.
Terminal?
The bus terminal, yeah. How much is it to the bus terminal?
Dao.
4,000?
300 only.
Oh, too much.
Terminal.
Too much.
Okay, 100.
That speaker announcement brings up a good point. I have found the acoustics and the speaker system in these terminals to be so bad I can't understand hardly one word that they say, and I've got to ask other people what are they which ferry are they talking about? And even the new Mactan International Airport, the acoustic isn't that good. Much better than these ferry terminals that I've been in. And I don't understand why they haven't fixed it. It's not that expensive to put in a decent system. But it is what it is, and you just deal with it. Here, huh? Which one? Huh? This one?
Di para asa ka mo? Di dao. Pwede ka ato ka sa ride mo? Asa ta ma'am? Right.
Okay.
Bus terminal?
Bus terminal?
Ask them how much.
Pila dito gani?
Amang litihan ato ma'am tag 35 ato sana karga na to tulo pwede rag ditson nanda na
Oh, we had to wait one passenger.
Oh.
ya ditson na ta
But
ma'am
how much is it? How much?
35 each.
Okay.
So 70.
okay ra 100 na lang ditson na ta 100 ditson na
100 just go? Okay. 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 What's your name? What's your name?
yeah yeah
Okay.
I'm
Port user Joel. Okay, very good. So 100 pesos to take us out through town and out to the bus terminal. And some of you with a much bigger budget than I have will laugh and think I'm nuts for not taking that 4,000 peso van with just two of us in it. And especially when you find out in one of my upcoming videos the cramped situation I was in a V-hire, a van for hire, out at the terminal. I think we had 19 people crammed into a van. Very, very, very uncomfortable 3.5 hour ride, something like that. Another issue is when I planned this trip, just going to Dumaguete and back to Cebu, I brought about twice as much cash as I thought I would need, and turned out that I ended up needing most of what I brought because this trip over here. This is for a big part of the society. Culture is a cash society. There were places I thought I could pay with a credit card. I think one or two of the hotels, and I had to pay with cash. Other places I couldn't use my credit card. So anyway, more videos coming soon. So we'll see you next time.